Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? How is the weather? It's raining, isn't it? So, this is the season of monsoon starting. All right. So, we'll get more rains now, and then it's going to be gloomy days. But sure, we need to have all seasons in a year, isn't it? We need to have rain so that we get water during summer and plants get water. So rain is also equally important. So why ma'am is here today is because ma'am thought it's been a while since I told you a story. So ma'am is going to tell you a story. All right. So this story is about a puppy. His name is Pepper. Okay. So this story is about Pepper learning good habits. All right. So ma'am is going to tell you the story. It's a very simple story, but with some message. All right. So, can you all see? Can you see the Christmas tree here? All right. So it is Christmas time. Okay. So this is Pepper the puppy. Okay, and it is Christmas time. So what happens is, it's Christmas Day, and Pepper is at home, and his doorbell rings. Ting tong. And Pepper opens the door, and he was super excited to see his friends. Who are his friends? His friends are, there's a bear, there's a dinosaur, and there is a squirrel. Okay, so these are his friends. So Pepper was super happy and excited to see his friends, and they all wish each other. What do they wish on Christmas Day? They wish each other Merry Christmas. So Pepper and his friends wish each other Merry Christmas. And they all exchange gifts. Pepper gives a gift to his friends, and his friends give Pepper gifts. Okay, and they what do you do when you get gifts? You're very excited to know what is inside the gift, isn't it? So in a rush, they all open the gift wrappers and open to see what gifts they have got for Christmas. So what happens? They just put all the wrappers and on the floor and makes the place untidy. So suddenly who comes on the scene? Pepper's mama comes, and mama asks, "Children, what have you done? You have made the place very unclean and untidy. You have put papers on the floor, you have put boxes on the floor. Please clean up your place." So making the place untidy, is that a good habit? Is that a good habit? No. So the mama says, "What a mess, children. Come on, clean up the place." So they all feel very sad and they clean up all the place. Okay. Suddenly, the squirrel, Pepper's squirrel, friend squirrel, she starts sucking her thumb. How many of you suck your thumb? Tell me. Put your hands up. How many of you suck your thumb? I don't suck my thumb. But when ma'am was small, ma'am used to suck these two fingers. It was very bad habit. Okay. So Pepper's mama sees the squirrel sucking her thumb. So that is not a good habit. Okay. Because your fingers can be dirty. When you suck it, your dirt and those germs can go inside, give you diseases. It is not a good habit. So Pepper's mama says, so that squirrel's name is Kate. Okay, she has a name. Her name is Kate. So Pepper's mama says, "Kate, stop sucking your thumb. That is not a good habit." So Kate says, "I'm sorry, auntie. I will not suck it." Okay. Now they all play with their toys, they dance and everything. And then Pepper's papa comes and he says, "Come on, everyone. We have the lunch served. We have chicken, we have fish, we have that, we have cake, we have pudding. So come on, everybody, let's go have food." So everyone is so excited, they forgot to wash their hands. So what are you supposed to do before eating your food? You are supposed to wash your hands. You're also supposed to wash your hands after you play outside, you use the toilet. So Pepper's papa, so everyone rushes to the dining table to eat the yummy food. So Pepper's papa says, "Did you all forget something? Did you all wash your hands?" So Pepper and his friend says, "We are sorry, uncle, we forgot to wash the hand." So they all go to the wash basin and they all start washing the hand with soap and water. And then they all go and sit at the table. Suddenly, Pepper's papa sees the tap is left open. Should you waste water like that? Are you supposed to leave the tap open after use? No. Okay. So Pepper's papa calls out, who left the tap open? So suddenly everybody started looking at each other. And Kate, remember Kate, the squirrel friend. So Kate said, oops, that was me, uncle. I'm sorry. I'll go and close it now. So she went and closed the tap and got back to the table. Okay. Now Pepper's mama is serving the food. See, Pepper's mama is serving the food and she comes here and sees what? Pepper is climbing on the dining table. Is the table for climbing? No. Table is for writing, eating and doing such things. Okay. Where are you supposed to sit? On the chair. Okay. So Pepper was climbing on the table. Is that a good habit? No. So Pepper's mama says, Pepper, what are you doing? Why are you on the table? Get off the table. So Pepper got scared. I'm sorry, mama. I will not repeat it. And now they all start eating. They had pizza, they had chicken, they had fish, they had rice, they had cake, they had pudding. Yummy. So now, Bob, okay, this is Bob, okay, he started talking. He was so impressed with the food. He loved the food. He had food in his mouth and he started talking. Yummy, auntie, the food is yummy. Suddenly what happened? He started to cough because he had food in the mouth and he also started talking. Is that a good habit? No, because if you start talking with the food in your mouth or even water in your mouth, you will cough. And why do you cough? Because the food which is supposed to go through the food pipe goes through your windpipe. Okay. So he started coughing. And then Pepper's mama said, Bob, you don't talk with your mouth full. You shouldn't talk when you're eating. You can talk after you finish swallowing the food. So Bob says, I'm sorry, auntie, I will not repeat that. So then Bob continues to eat the food. Everyone starts eating. Suddenly Pepper feels some itching in his nose. So what do you do when you have an itching in your nose? What is a sudden thing you do? What do you do? Tell me. You put your finger in your nose and start itching, picking your nose. Is that a good habit? No. So Pepper starts picking his nose. And then his friend Dinosaur, Dino the dinosaur, says, you, that is so bad, Pepper. Don't do that. So Pepper says, I'm sorry. So then they continue eating. They finish eating. They go wash their hands. And now they all come and sit in front of the TV. That is what we all do, isn't it? We all finish eating good food. Then we come and sit in front of the TV. And some of us go to sleep looking at the TV. Some of us enjoy watching the TV. So then everyone is watching their TV. And then what does Pepper do? Pepper starts putting his finger in the mouth again. Just like Kate did in the beginning. So Pepper starts sucking his thumb. So then Kate says, don't do that, Pepper. Your mama said that is a bad habit. So don't do that. So Pepper says, I'm sorry. And then they all start playing again. Okay. And what do? Suddenly they all look and see Kate drawing a Christmas tree on the wall. Is that a good habit? Should you draw on the wall? How many of you have written ABCD on the classroom wall? Tell me now. Have any of you written ABCD on the classroom wall? No. I know you're all good children. So don't do that. Don't draw on your tables or on the wall. Where should you draw? On the book. You should always use a book to draw if you have any ideas. Suddenly you're going through the road, you see vehicles, you see buildings, and you want to come back and draw. Don't draw on the wall. Always draw on the book. So what does Dino the dinosaur do. Dino says, Kate, don't draw on the wall, draw it on the book. And he gives her a book. And now, again, they all start playing. They all start fighting because Pepper has a train. He also needs a train. They start fighting. We also fight, don't we? I have not seen you fighting in class. You're all good children. But I'm sure you all fight at home. Especially if you have brothers or sisters. You always fight. Your brother takes a pencil. You also want that pencil. Your sister takes a toy or a book. You also suddenly wants that book. So fighting. It is normal with children. But it is not a good habit. Okay. So when you want. So what did Pepper's mama say? Mama said, see, you have only one train. And only one person can play with that. So what should you do? What should you do? You should take turns to play. So Pepper plays for some time and then he gives Bob the train after some time. And they all play. And they all came in the morning. Now it's evening and it's time for everyone to go home. So what did they do? They are all good children, isn't it? What do? They all help Pepper to put all the toys into this basket. After playing, you should not keep your toys everywhere. You have to keep it back in their own place. Keep it neat. Okay. So, finally, the Christmas day is over. They played, they exchanged gifts, they ate food, and they arranged all the toys in the basket. And it was time for them to go home. And they all say goodbye to each other and say, we had a lovely Christmas day. Thank you, Pepper. We'll see you tomorrow. And they all say goodbye and go. So that is a story of Pepper learning good habits. So what all good habits did you learn? Can you tell me? First, you should not put your finger into your mouth. Okay? You should always wash your hands before and after food and after toilet. Okay? You should not dirty the place. If you have waste lying on the floor, you should always put it in the dustbin. Then you should not leave the tap open. Do not waste water or electricity. Then you should not talk while you eat. If you have food or water in your mouth, do not talk. Don't pick your nose. Okay. Then do not draw on the wall. Okay. Share toys. Take your turns to play. And always keep your place neat and tidy. Arrange your toys after you finish playing. Okay. So that is the story of Pepper. If you enjoyed it, I'll tell you more stories in the coming days. Alright. So that is the story of Pepper. Ma'am loves Pepper. Okay. So that's it. Bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed the story.